Howdy, this is Lemmy with Dorman Products, here to talk to you today about our OE Fix one-piece lug nuts. Now, if you're familiar with Dorman, you likely know us for our lug nuts, which we've been making for a very, very long time. And mechanics of a certain age will certainly remember seeing the big orange steel drawers at the auto parts store. Our lug nuts and studs are a staple. Now, when it comes to lug nuts, we make something for nearly every vehicle on the road today. However, some cars utilize a two-piece design. I suspect many of you who turn wrenches professionally out there will have dealt with these before, but for those who have not, let's walk through the problem and how we fix it. Simply, the stock lug nuts on many vehicles are actually manufactured in two pieces. One piece is usually a basic open-ended lug nut, and the other is a decorative veneer, usually made of chrome tin that fits over the lug nut and is crimped in place. Now, the trouble really occurs in two spots. The first is that sockets and impact guns sort of chew on that cover when nuts are being removed and installed. This movement helps to dislodge the cover from the nut underneath. You can tell this is happening because you'll start to notice a tight fit on your flip socket as you start removing lug nuts. When it gets bad enough, you'll wind up having to pound the nuts free from the socket, like these ones I popped off a Ford Focus. I damaged the tin cover to free them from the socket. See the dimpling there at the end of the cover? The second problem is related to the first. In salt belt states, salt and water get in there and rust and freeze up and generally help pry the cover off of the nut. Now, sometimes that tin cover up and rips, and then you wind up trying to hack it off there so you can get a tool on the nut, all the while being careful not to damage the expensive wheels. The problem with this, of course, is that the inner lip faces the wheel, so access is challenging to say the least. Now, if you get lucky, frost jacking or rust might pop the cover off for you. So you might wonder why you can't just pop all the covers off and leave your naked lug nuts out there for all the world to see. That presents a couple problems too. First, they're this weird half size and no common sockets ever seem to fit. Secondly, especially if you're working on this car for someone else, their lug wrench no longer works to remove a wheel. So you gotta get them off there and get a new set on. Now, instead of buying the same silly nuts that had this problem from the dealer, or a set of potentially weird looking aftermarket nuts designed for a set of look-at-me wheels, check out our OE Fix one-piece lug nuts. Our solution for these is so simple it doesn't even bear explanation. We just make the lug nuts one piece like they should have been from the factory. We patterned the OEM nuts so our replacements look exactly like the two-piece nuts that cause all this trouble in the first place. If you haven't used this set before, try them before your lug nuts give you grief. And if you forget to do that and wind up struggling with a set, remember, we got you covered once you fight your old ones off. We hope you like this solution to failing two-piece lug nuts. And remember, if you need anything at all, the Dorman technical support team is always handy to help. Thanks for checking out our video on OE Fix wheel hardware. I'm Lemmy. I'm out of here.